Hey, Intuitive Soul Tribe. Melissa, Intuitive Soul Coach here, excited to bring to you today's reading where we get deep. We go inward and really take a look at your inner knowing, your inner truth. So we'll take a look at specific questions that you can ask yourself along with action steps that you can take to help you feel more aligned on your soul's journey. So welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of all, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so as I mentioned, beautiful souls, this reading may get a little bit deep. We're really going to take a look at what your soul has to maybe get out into the open, things that may have been hidden, suppressed, maybe even a little bit of shadow work here for you to really feel in alignment so you can start to manifest those new opportunities that you want in your life. If some of you have felt like you were missing a piece or you felt misaligned, then this reading may certainly be for you. So I do suggest grabbing a warm beverage, grabbing a notepad, jotting down some notes, because this can really help you open up on a deeper, more spiritual level and feel more awakened, feel more enlightenment showing up here for you. I will also read the guided meditation from the Sacred Rebels Oracle. It's one of my favorite decks here. You can just see the beautiful imagery, but there are some very powerful messages coming through for you today. And Spirit really wanted me to tune into the energy of all because we're going through this major shift and you chose to be a part of it. You chose to come down to earth when there are the most changes going on, and sometimes those changes can be scary, but it's all about embracing the unknown. So if there's a little bit of fear, if you've been wanting to move in a new direction but you feel a little bit stagnant or stalled where you currently are, know that there are changes and shifts ahead for you. So we're going to dive in here. We're going to take a look at specific questions that you can really dive into and ask yourself on a deep level. And if some of you are thinking, well, that really doesn't pertain to me, I challenge you, beautiful souls, just to write it down and sit with it, because sometimes on a shadow level or a subconscious level even, we have some issues that we feel we have healed, or maybe we've suppressed them or disassociated from them because it could have been very painful. So one of the first questions showing up here for you is, what can I burn? Burn it all, beautiful souls. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn, because your soul is calling and it's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free and your wings are ready, so use them. Today's soul action: make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? Really powerful energy. And right away, I was picking up some childhood traumas of not being seen. You may have had an emotionally or a physically absent parent where there was lack of regarding maybe criticism, perhaps shame. We can grow up in the best environment, but underlying words that come across can be in a hint or a sense of maybe even criticism. There may have been expectations from one sibling to another. Some of you may have had to take care of family members, whether it was your own siblings, whether it was your own parents. This could be relationships where there were ugly lies, there were mistruths, there were hurt words. Some of you may still be hanging on to some of that energy of lack of unworthiness, and that can actually stem right here in that solar plexus, that belly area, and we can actually gain a little bit of weight in that area, and that can be about added protection. Whenever I find clients that have issues maybe with that inner tube, or have a tough time losing maybe that around the belly area, even into the back, the love handles, sometimes we've been through traumatic experiences where we do feel like we need to add on a little protection layer. So if that is you, then burn that, again, the lies, burn the shame, the criticism, because I'm also getting here this Six of Wands in reverse energy, where you may have felt even humiliated when you were younger or in the past. And it could be something such as you were in the classroom and you were called on and somebody made fun of you. Somebody may have stuck gum in your hair or threw something at you. They're showing me bullied. Some of you may have absolutely been bullied, and that may be a little bit of a fear or a limiting belief that may be showing up, and it affects your solar plexus. But burn that energy, because it's no longer relevant, nor was it ever. It was just a learning experience. So oh, wow. Yeah, you have the Three of Swords, which is about releasing. You have the Knight of Swords and the Five of Wands. So clarifying this energy, for those of you that resonate with this, there was some sort of heartache, some sort of pain, difficulty. The Three of Swords can be one of the most heartbreaking cards in tarot, but it's about painful truths, getting honest with yourself. Some of you, people really hurt you with their words as well as actions, but that old saying, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt. That is so not true, because words can live within your energy. And I feel for some of you, you may have been told that you're not pretty enough, that you're not handsome enough, you're not good enough, that you'll never amount to anything, or you shouldn't be seen or heard, or your voice doesn't matter. Whatever it was that you were told, you're no longer attached to that energy. It's time to release. We see the Three of Swords here in reverse. Now, even though this isn't the Six of Wands, this is the Five of Wands. So you will get to that Six of Wands in the upright position, which is about conquering and overcoming that criticism, that shame, that humiliation. Because the Five of Wands is about needing to understand that everyone has different opinions, and sometimes they're harsh, sometimes they can be critical, but the majority of the time they are just projections of their own fears, of their own insecurities, beautiful souls. So know that whatever another person does, that you can walk away from that energy, and in this case run away from this energy here, because you're realizing that it really doesn't have anything to do with you. Even though it may have stuck like glue, it may have stuck into your energy for quite some time, I feel like this is the time for you to pick up pace and really free yourself from any attachments to anything difficult that has happened in the past. That is true enlightenment. That is true awakening. And that's something that you have been and will continue to work on. And I'm sensing that a lot of you are moving towards making that choice to no longer let the past define you. And sometimes we do stay stuck in old patterns or dynamics or situations or our comfort zone, because sometimes that's all we know, or that's what we were learned, or how we were taught to perceive something. This is about you breaking free from that. Burn it, okay? Very powerful. Some of you may have been burned physically as well, whether it was maybe a house fire in the past. Some of you may have lost belongings to some sort of fire. You may have recently got a burn on your hand from the oven or through a lighter. I'm just getting here some physical burns as well. Now, it doesn't mean that that's coming in if it hasn't already, but it could be emotional, it could be spiritual, it could be physical. Please take it as it resonates for you. All right, so the next question. Where can I ask for more help in my life? Until we can receive with an open heart, we're never really giving with an open heart. When we attach judgment to receiving help, we knowingly or unknowingly attach judgment to giving it. That's a quote by Brené Brown, and that may stem. For some of you, this is a correlation with this past energy here. For others of you, it's completely separate. You may be the person that's always had to be independent. You've always had to look out after yourself. You may haven't had that support, and it may have actually affected your back region. Could have affected your shoulders. Some of you, even your knees, your ankles, and your feet, because that can be the areas of your body that support you. And you may not have felt in your life at times that you were supported, either financially, physically, from your parents, from spirit, or source energy. Today's soul action, ask someone for help and receive it with an open heart. So for example, let's say you have a partner and that partner is sitting on the couch, not doing much. They're just relaxing after a long day of work, and there's so much going on around you. You're making dinner, you're taking care of the kids, and you're trying to clean up and do laundry. You may want help, but you may say it in, at times, maybe that condescending tone, because you want them to really help, and there's an energy of bitterness. There's an energy of resentment. I wish I could be relaxing. I wish I could be sitting on the couch, or I wish I had someone to help me. If you live by yourself, or if you are the sole provider or the breadwinner, I'm just getting here. There's that equal exchange. There's that reciprocity here. So in order for you to really be able to tune into that energy of reciprocity, then we can't have that underlying tone here of, again, bitterness, criticism, pain, shame, humiliation, or feel like we have to constantly bear the burdens, because they're giving me that 10 of Wands energy. And that 10 of Wands can be about bringing others in to lighten the load, whether it's a therapist, whether it's a counselor, a healer, maybe hiring someone to clean your home, or asking a family member to come help you, sort through items for a garage sale. Whatever it is for you, beautiful souls, it's important to ask for help instead of sometimes just storming around or feeling like we have to do it all on our own, because what that does is it puts us in a state of separation. And that sense of separation can actually block us from getting the necessary help that we have access to at all times. And even if it's not on, a level of maybe a person, there are resources all around. And when we can really dive into, again, that 6 of Pentacles, even 6 of Cups energy, I feel like you're going to be way better off, and you're going to open yourself up to new opportunities because you're not carrying those burdens like you may have been in the past. Let's see what energies are coming in for you. All right. Powerful. 4 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands, 7 of Wands, and the Emperor. Yeah, this is about you hanging on really tightly. This is about you hanging on to possibly some sort of bitterness, resentments, or just feeling like if you ask for help, that then you'll open yourself up to vulnerability. If you ask the universe for love or a soulmate or whatever it may be, you may want this. But I'm also getting here that there's a piece of you on a subconscious level, you may not fully be open to it because of maybe some sort of fears, or it could be limiting beliefs, again, that you've had to do everything yourself. You may have a hard time opening up. If this is you, I absolutely recommend, doing what it says here. Ask for what you want and be open to receiving it, even if it's professional help, even if it is help around the house. It could be a family member, and this may seem foreign to you. And some of you may be cringing while I'm talking about it. If you are resisting this at this time, then this is probably more so for you, because you had to do it all by yourself. And you may be saying, Melissa, this all sounds good, right? But when it comes down to it, you may not feel that you have that support. That in itself may be a limiting belief. You can start by saying to the universe, I am open to receiving the resources, the help. I am open to these blessings. I am the creator here. And you can take those steps towards opening yourself up on that heart chakra level to, again, reciprocity. 4 of Pentacles. We have Queen of Wands. Some of you, this is pride and ego at times. Now, the Queen of Wands, when she's feeling in her power, she's strong, she's confident, she's creative, she's ballsy, she's artsy. She's a beautiful soul inside and out, but sometimes the jealousy, the cattiness, the insecurity, the ego, vengeful feelings come on too strong. They come in waves, which is part of the human experience. But when we stay in that energy, which carries lower vibes, it can really block us. Okay, we may say, yep, I got it myself. I don't need anyone to help me out. That's the Queen of Wands. And she may have it all herself, and she may be doing good at it. But if you're wondering why you may be missing out on some opportunities for love, or opportunities to grow or advance in whatever area of your life, just take a look at some of those deep-seated beliefs, because there could be something you're hanging on to a little too tightly. And when you can see here, she's hanging on to the purse. And purses, especially for women, wallets for men, It carries your personal belongings. So there could be, again, some morals, some beliefs, something personal that you keep locked up because you're afraid of being too vulnerable. You're afraid of being hurt. But underneath vulnerability lies strength, and you have the strength to let something of the past go and to accept the beautiful help and blessings coming in. Seven of Wands is saying some of you may be fearful that somebody will burst your bubble. Somebody will come in and take away this powerful energy that you absolutely can be in. When the Seven of Wands shows up, this is about you living life on your own terms. But if you are currently in a position where you feel defensive, if you're easily offended, if you feel like you're on guard, if you feel the pressure coming in from all angles, or you feel that the people around you are constantly looking for a fight, this is about you being able to stand in your power by standing up for what your beliefs are, defending yourself, but setting healthy boundaries. And there's a difference between setting healthy boundaries and completely closing yourself off. So there's a message there for you. Some of you, this could be father energy. You have the Emperor here. It could be someone in your life who maybe is an Aries, or they just carry those strong Emperor traits of at times feeling very dominant. It could be parental, but you may have to question some beliefs that were put into your energy from this Emperor, okay? Because some of them, they may have really taken a couple of hits to your self-confidence, and you have a hard time opening up, whether it was father, it was a relationship you were in, or just a dominating boss, a brother, a coworker, or someone who was a little bit too much, too overpowering. I feel like this is also an opportunity for you to ask for help when it comes to maybe someone who has more authority in your life as well. So very powerful energies for you. Remember, this is if you're feeling a little bit misaligned. If there are things going on within your life and you don't feel like you're in that purpose, or you are in that energy that you would like to be in, again, really take a look at some of these questions showing up here. We have, what excuses am I making right now? Now, this could be excuses for other people. It could be excuses for yourself. Maybe you're saying to yourself, well, I can't do this. I have to wait until I have enough money. I have to wait till the children are out of school. I have to wait until Friday. I have to wait till the weekend. I have to wait till I retire. Whatever excuses you are telling yourself, stop. Cut that out, beautiful souls, because this is the time where it is now or never type of energy, where if you continue waiting, you could be waiting forever. So if there are any excuses that have been holding you back, I want you to go inward and say, okay, why haven't I opened that business yet? Why haven't I taken that class that I've always wanted to take from childhood? Why haven't I picked up the phone and called, my brother or my sibling or my child? Because sometimes we live in that place of the ego where that pain masks what the heart really believes to be true. Okay, it says no more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. Today is soul action. If it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it, even if you don't feel ready. Listen to your heart and you will be led. Absolutely. And I read a really interesting book one time, Big Magic, Elizabeth Gilbert. And she ends up saying in the book that when we really want something bad enough, when it's our passion or when it's our desire, we'll make time for it. And she compares it to an affair. And it's kind of ironic, or it sounds a little interesting, but when you think about it, when we really want something bad enough, we're going to make time for it. Whether it's at midnight, whether it's at 2 a.m, whether we're exhausted, if we feel like this is part of our soul purpose, or if we feel so dedicated towards this adventure, this excitement, this passion, this new opportunity, whatever it may be for you, you'll make time for it. You won't make excuses, okay? Now, again, it doesn't have anything to do with an affair for any of you. It's just, it reminded me from that book that I read, but now is the time. If you've been asking yourself, when is the right time? It's now. Let's take a look and see what cards are coming up for you when it comes to what excuses you may be making. Okay, some of you, Wheel of Fortune, yes, timing, luck. You may be saying to yourself, money, I need to wait for the time until the time is right. I can't build upon that business because I have bills to pay, or I can't do this. You could start by taking the baby steps now, because some of you, there it is. You feel like you want a new opportunity in the physical. So even if it is you taking one small step towards something new, it is going to pay off. Some of you may say, well, I've wasted enough time. I'm already this age, or I'll never attract love, or whatever those limiting beliefs are. It doesn't matter, because this is all about you having this experience regarding whatever age you are and regarding whatever energy this is for you. Okay, don't let age be a factor. Don't let timing be a factor. If you feel there's something calling to your soul's purpose, beautiful souls, then take that step, because the Wheel of Fortune here showing up with the Ace of Pentacles is a turning point in your life. And you may be saying, well, Melissa, how do I open up to these new opportunities? How can I get this wheel spinning? I say switch up the energy. That is key. So many people think if you can keep doing the same thing and all of a sudden just an opportunity is going to present itself. Yes, it may. But if you can do the things now that can contribute and speed things up so you have it sooner rather than later, then take those steps. And you may be saying, okay, what are those steps? Switch up your morning routine. It could be as simple as, skipping to the shower in the morning. It could be humming or singing a song while you make your coffee or make your tea. It can be about you deciding to work out in the afternoon instead of the morning. If you decide to have Taco Tuesday every Tuesday, switch it up and have it on Saturdays. The more that you can shake up the energy in your schedule, the more that you won't be on autopilot, and the more you can start to incorporate new things into your life, and you're going to see a big shift and change within your energy. Yes, you can certainly do the physical exercises of different things such as yoga or cardio, hiking, getting out in nature, things of that effect as well. But it can be shaking up what you eat. If you typically eat a certain breakfast or lunch or some snack, buy something new. Wear a new color. If you are more of the earthy tones, wear a bright yellow, wear a bright orange. If you typically go for a walk with your pet, go a different direction. If you take one specific direction to work each morning, take a new route. Start by shifting and shaking up that energy, especially for those of you that do feel things are a little bit stagnant at this time. Taking one small step, even if it's just tiny, you're going to see that it is the ripple effect that really gets this wheel spinning in favor. Ace of Pentacles, this is about your unlimited potential, beautiful souls. Some of you haven't even tapped into that yet. This is all about you having a new beginning in the material world. This is good news regarding your health, regarding your career, money. It is about your success in all areas. If you felt like you've missed out on opportunities due to financial loss, health, again, timing, because they keep showing me this wheel here, I feel like it's never too late to go back and have a new beginning. And some of you may be telling yourself it is, but it absolutely is not. Let go of that limiting belief if that is you. Now, lastly here, we have on whom am I placing blame right now? A person who blames others has not begun their lesson. A person who blames themselves has begun their lesson. And a person who blames no one has finished their lesson. Now, some of you may be saying, Melissa, I don't hold any blame. I want you, if that's you, I want you to go back and take a look at what your feelings were when we tuned into this energy of criticism, shame, pain, any ugly lies of the past, because there certainly could be some sort of subconscious energy where you may be placing blame on someone. Maybe it's an ex, maybe it's a parent. Maybe you're saying, well, if this would have been better for me, or if this job wouldn't have been so toxic, or maybe if the government didn't do this, whatever it is about you releasing and letting go of some of those expectations, some of those fears, resentments, bitterness. Today is soul action. Take responsibility. On whom are you placing blame right now? Today, free yourself by releasing all victimhood, all blame and all resistance. They don't belong where you're going, beautiful souls, and you are going places. Only love and courage live there, so make a choice to do it, even if you don't feel ready. Listen to your heart and you will be led. Very beautiful. A lot of you, there's some big changes certainly showing up this year for you, whether it's a move, whether you've been wanting to attract a high level commitment, whether it is love in the romantic sense, whether it's family. There's some deep healing that you've been doing. You may even go on a spiritual retreat. This has been showing up for a lot of signs as well. But I feel like you may be visiting a place or going to a place where you have deja vu. It may be a place that you've been to before. Now you do have the Four of Swords, which is all about healing. It's about rest, rejuvenation, hitting that reset button. And if some of you have carried here that 10 of Wands type of energy where you're carrying the burdens of not just yourself and your own responsibilities, but sometimes you take on everyone else's, this would be a perfect time for you to hit that reset button. Take some time off, travel, take a little bit of a rest if you can. Ask the neighbors or a family member or a friend to watch the kids. Ask your significant other to take over household duties for the day so you can go spend the day for yourself. Whatever you need to do. Four of Swords is about you needing the rest because you've been overworking, overthinking, ignoring signs that the body is telling you that you need, and just recouping. There may have been even a health issue, whether it was something minor or major. It's the energy here of needing that downtime, because sometimes when we're constantly in that state of hustle, when we are feeling burnt out, it can manifest into either a stub toe or a full-on leg or back surgery, right? It is our body's way of saying we need to slow down, stop and smell the roses. And speaking of roses, look what you have there. Knight of Cups. He's holding those roses there. Now, some of you, you may actually see roses showing up in the next 4 weeks, whether it is from someone. You may be seeing a rose pattern, or there may be something significant about a pressed rose that you have as well. But the Knight of Cups could certainly be love if you're looking for that. But I feel it's about opening that heart chakra, especially because you did get that Four of Pentacles where she's hanging on a little bit too tightly, and this heart goes inward, and it's hard to let out love and receive love when we're hanging on too tightly. This is about you opening up and feeling the love all around you. Again, stopping and smelling the roses, taking a little bit of time for you, taking a picnic, going for a walk, going on a date, reigniting that spark or passion, whether it's between you and another partner or that passion that you once felt, rejoining maybe a class for dancing because you always enjoyed dancing. It could be singing. It could be getting together with friends. Just being able to feel that energy of love is going to really benefit you. And some of you may even be writing a letter, because you can see the letter here showing up there at the bottom. So if there's someone that you're holding a little bit of bitterness for, you may write a letter, even if it's just a burn letter, okay? Because you have what can I burn? That would be very beneficial for those of you that are holding a little bit of that bitterness from, it could be someone who's already crossed over. It could be someone that you haven't had contact for quite some time. Write a letter and burn it under full moon, or burn it just in general, okay? That can really help you release some of that energy. All right, very deep. This is a deep reading. I hope you're still with me here, beautiful souls. Now, before we get into the guided meditation piece, we're going to just take a look at some themes that are showing up, and it kind of correlates with what we've been talking about as well. So we do have teamwork. This is about collaboration, which we've talked about here with asking for help. This is about you having those resources. It is about co-creating, not just with people, but with energies, with spirit, with the energies of your masculine and your feminine, co-creating to create that balance, that yin, that yang. This is about helping hands coming together and team projects as well. So it could be that you even have some sort of reunion, family time, a trip, or something coming in that it allows you to come together as a family, as a group, or as a company, or within your own business. You may have some ideas that are all starting to finally fall into place where they've been a challenge in the past. we do have here detox. This is a very important one, especially when it comes to placing blame and burning any past energies. This is about withdrawing from drama. It is about eliminating toxicity from your energy, even if it's your own self-talk at times. It can be about going on a cleanse, diet, releasing yourself from any attachments that you may have carried from the past or from situations that were heartbreaking or less than ideal. So detox showing up here. Next, we have hobby. And I like this as well because it kind of correlates with what excuses am I making? And it says, again, no more waiting. There will never be a good enough time, right? This is the time to work on that side project, get back into doing something that's fun, that's creative, whether it is a passion project, whether it's music, it could be joy, bringing more creative endeavors to your energy, or just mastering your craft. Okay, hobby is showing up here where I feel like this is about adding more fun, more play, more magic, and more pleasure into your life, beautiful souls. So don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for retirement to enjoy your life. We're not meant to come down to earth and slave our lives away, work our lives away. We're meant to enjoy. We're meant to have fun and, be able to open ourselves up to our gifts. And some of you may be saying, well, Melissa, that's not ideal, right? I have a family. I have to do this. I have to do that. I challenge you, as always, I always give homework and tools, whether you want to, put them to action, that's completely up to you. But I challenge you to bring a little bit more fun into your life, and you're going to see that things change on a spectacular level for you, beautiful souls. And it will allow you a second chance to live again, a second chance for you to bring in about a brand new usher of new energy, right? This is about a do-over, forgiveness, which you have here. This can be a better offer coming in, especially if there was rejections or if you felt abandoned from a situation, a person, a family, a career, whatever it was for you. This is about you turning that page, like it says, turning the page here. What will your next chapter look like? And there it is for you. It's up to you to decide what you want that to look like. Okay, so you can either read someone else's book or you can write your own. Okay, this is talking about a clean slate, rebuilding. Yes, there may have been a tower moment. Yes, there may have been heartbreak, but you can trust and co-create with the universe. You have a second chance that's being offered to you, beautiful souls. It's time to take it. Very powerful. So lastly here, oh, I love this. And this couldn't be better. I'm actually, I never use this deck, not very often. I've only used it a few times, the Sacred Rebel. And lo and behold, beautiful souls, you actually received the main card from this deck. So I'm going to read to you that message, but you also have Heaven Sent. So some of you may have certainly lost someone. Someone may have crossed over that you were very close to, it was a heart-wrenching. It was a very difficult time. I feel like you've been receiving messages from this person, but also there could be an earth angel coming in here, a soul contract. There may be someone that is showing up to really help you on your soul's journey. It could be an inspirational leader. It could be a healer. It could be an intuitive, a coach, a therapist, a mentor, a friend, a lover. But there is something beautifully heaven sent here showing up in the near future for you. All right, and then we have Legacy of Light. It's card 7. And in tarot, that 7 is that chariot energy. So that's all about forward movement. And I'm going to read to you the oracle message that's in the guidebook, followed by the guided meditation. You are being asked to honor the legacy of light that is your sacred birthright. Take nourishment and support from those that have come before you, your ancestral lines, not only in blood, but also in spirit. Perhaps these are the beings that have inspired and motivated you to live as a sacred rebel from your heart and with belief in yourself. The more you are nourished by this legacy of light from your past, the more you become a bearer of the legacy for those that will be supported by your light in the future. This is a sacred endowment from the great universal sort of light to humanity. It is the light of wisdom, creativity, radical courage, love, and respect that is passed down from the heart of each generation to the next. The legacy of light is your spiritual birthright to refine and shine your essence into the world, to be like a sun, radiant and unapologetic of your nature. The oracle of legacy of light comes to you when you need confirmation that a creative choice you are making or have made or will soon make is one that is in alignment with your sacred purpose and spiritual path of healing and growth. The legacy of light cannot be ignored without some detriment to your sense of well-being. If you were asking about a particular question and drew this card, then part of the answer to your question is that the issue at hand is one of the utmost importance to your spiritual growth, even if it seemed like a relatively insignificant energy or question. The energy around this matter is relevant to your sacred birthright to shine. Perhaps you need to trust more, to know that all is well, no matter what appears to be, and to ask for help and believe that you deserve to receive it. Yep, that's a confirmation, beautiful souls. The legacy of light also asks you to call on the unconditionally loving support that exists for you every single day. This light will offer you all manner of assistance. To not call upon it is like starving because you believe you have no means to acquire food, whilst a feast lays before your eyes. If only you would partake of it. Perhaps you worry that you are asking too much of those who wish to assist you. However, this is a mistaken belief. Those beings of unconditional love who assist us spiritually each day need to shine just as we do. When they are embraced for their purpose to assist with the spiritual growth of humanity through unconditional love, they too become a part of the legacy of light, shining bright with love and helping to illuminate the world. Although you may doubt your goodness at times, and being human does mean that there will be some very dark moments on your path, this oracle affirms that you are coming from love with the pure intention to simply live your life and do your best in the circumstances in which you find yourself. You are being asked to avail yourself of the help that is awaiting your request so that your own light can become a part of the greater shining legacy of divine brilliance. This message is also guiding you to something in your family history or spiritual ancestry that is relevant to you now, which could be, again, that father energy that I was picking up on earlier. They do not have to be the same. Let's see here. Your spiritual ancestry can be recognized through the traditions and cultures you are intrigued by and interested in. They don't have to be the same as the spiritual traditions that you were raised with in this lifetime, although they may be. The influence of your family history and or spiritual tradition may be encouraging and constructive, but it may also be holding you back. Sometimes we unintentionally absorb the hidden fears of our parents or our religious upbringing, such as the belief that dreams cannot manifest or that we have to compromise to the point of losing what makes us feel truly alive. If you can relate to this or want healing, just in case it is happening beyond the level of your conscious awareness, simply complete the healing process below. If you are involved in a group project, and we will get to that process below, I will read that meditation for you, beautiful souls. It says, if you are involved in a group project, then this is asking you to stay true to your heart of why you began working together in the first place and seek assistance, protection, and guidance from a source that loves all of you unconditionally. You can do this through the healing process. Finally, if you need a jolt to recognize that you are a creative being entitled to explore your ingenuity, perhaps through taking a class or pursuing your own artistic interests at home, then this oracle brings the particular guidance that yes, this is a part of your life path, and encourage it to take it further. You are also acknowledging through this oracle as having some special creative and healing offering to make to the world in this lifetime. You will leave a legacy of light for the greater good upon this planet, and you will be lovingly supported in many ways by the great creative universal intelligence when you ask for help. If you don't know how to do that, complete the healing process here. So very powerful, and I love how it flows into what we were talking about, asking for help, being able to take a look at limiting beliefs and even subconscious beliefs that may be ingrained in our DNA, in ourselves, that could be holding us back from really reaching that true potential here. And this is the healing process. So I just ask, if you're still with me here, just pause, take a moment. And I really want you to dive into this meditation here. Really go inward. And I'd love for you all to tell me how your meditation goes. Drop it in the comments and let us begin. Say aloud, through unconditional love, I am open to receiving the support, guidance, protection, and assistance that I need to manifest the legacy of light that shines through me now. I release any conscious or unconscious attachment to beliefs or relationship patterns that hold me back from fully shining my light into the world. I ask that my creative journey be aligned with my spiritual path and blessed for the greatest good. So be it. Place your hands in prayer at your heart and close your eyes. Bow your head to your hands and imagine, sense, or perceive that a beautiful golden light pours down from the center of the universe into the top of your crown chakra. It then flows slowly down through your head and into your heart, all the way down through your body and out through the soles of your feet. When you are ready, simply open your eyes and you have completed your healing process. Very powerful energy, short yet sweet. So I would love for you to write down what the mantra was and tell yourself that each and every day, combined with those small, subtle shifts that you tell yourself each and every day, or you do on an action base. Again, switch it up. It could be your morning routine, your nighttime routine. Instead of maybe watching your favorite show at night, maybe take up a new hobby, take up reading, learn how to play an instrument, sing a song, write poetry. This is all about you shifting that energy here, releasing and really stepping in and embracing that powerful, beautiful being that you are. I hope this resonates, beautiful souls. This was a little bit different of a reading than I certainly normally do here, but Spirit is saying here that as we move forward on this path of awakening, of enlightenment, as things become more known, as truths stem to the surface, we are able to tune in on an energetic level instead of feeling the unknown. Instead of not necessarily knowing how things are going to turn out, we have a connection energetically. And what we're doing is breaking past those barriers where we can live more in our truth, live more in our alignment. And if you struggle with that, then I certainly recommend you take a really deep look at some of those questions, practice that healing process, meditation and affirmation, and really focus on incorporating some of these key themes into your life. All right, beautiful souls, that is what I have for you. If it resonates, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. And again, if you did see anything while you had your eyes closed and while you were imagining that beautiful divine light coming through that crown chakra, whether it was an animal, a message, maybe it was a release, perhaps you shed some tears, I would love to hear it. Just post that in the comment box below as I do read each and every one of them. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love and light.